Now let us just find out how can we find the probability of any event. Before finding probability of any event, let us recall the probability line. On a probability line, we have the numbers as 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. That means that all the events will have the probability between 0 and 1. And between 0 and 1, so we can see there three numbers. What are those three numbers? 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4. So how are those numbers, children? They are in the form of a fraction. So every event will have a probability between 0 and 1, and every event can be the probability of every event can be represented as a fraction. The probability of every event can be represented as a fraction. So if it is near to 0, it has less chance of occurrence, and if it is far away to 0, it will have more chance of occurrence. Let us recall once. 0 represents impossible event, 1 by 4 represents less likely event, 1 by 2 represents equally likely events, 3 by 4 represents more likely events, and 1 represents sure events. So all the events will have the probability between 0 and 1, and all the events probability can be expressed as a fraction. So what is probability, children? It is the way of describing how likely an event can happen. It provides a numerical value of the chance of occurrence of an event, as we have seen just now. 0 represents impossible event and 1 represents sure event. 0 and 1 are nothing but the numerical values associated with those events. And probability can be written as a fraction. How it can be written? Probability of an event is equal to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. So let us see an example for that. Find the probability for the following events to happen. So this is the spinning wheel, children. So we have to find out some events will be given for us. We have to find out what is the probability of the occurrence of those events. We can see here in the spinning wheel, totally there are 9 sectors. Namely, one sector is 1 and 2 sectors are having the number 2, and 6 sectors are having the number 3. So therefore totally 1 plus 2 plus 6, totally there are 9 sectors. So out of these 9 sectors, we can choose any one sector. That may be only one sector of 1 or 2 sectors of 2, or out of 6 sectors we can choose any one sector of 3. So, what is the probability that the pointer stops on 2? Let us think that the spinner is being spinned. And what is the probability that the pointer stops on 2? So, children, totally there are 9 sectors. Out of 9 sectors, there are 2 sectors that are marked with the number 2. So, therefore, probability of choosing the probability that the pointer stops on 2 is 2 by 9. In this way. 2 sectors out of the 9 sectors. So 2 out of 9 can be written as 2 by 9. Next question is, what is the probability that the pointer stops